I just kind of want to get straight to the point of the video and just really start talking and just let my thoughts flow out. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Well, I do know. I was just recently watching this Sam Hyde video, just like a compilation clip of some of his new stuff, and he was really extreme about it, but it's kind of true. Like, you know, addictions to any sort of substance. Everyone knows that doing cocaine and meth is bad for you, but society now has gone to the point where drinking and weed are just cool, normal things to do, even though it's been proven recently, like in the last like 2 years, that any alcohol consumption is just not safe for you. Alcohol is cancerous to your body. In like any dose of alcohol is just cancerous towards your body. So if you really want to live like a completely healthy life, it's just no alcohol. I think I mean that's pretty. I don't know. For me, it's not really that shocking because like when you drink a substance like that in the morning after, you just feel like shit, and everyone knows that you gain weight when you drink alcohol. And then, but like for me personally, I never really had a problem with alcohol. I don't think. Not really. Like I would drink here and there. I drink a little bit when I was like a few years back, but it was not something I just did just willy nilly, and there was always the hangover. For me, it was like the weeds. If you do any like weed and alcohol, if you just get addicted to it, bro, you're gonna die. Like, not die immediately, but it's just like you're just killing yourself. Like whatever life potential you have is it's just dead. And I was doing that for some time. And I don't really want to get into like how, oh, I used to do this. It's just like I've been off of weed for like 8 months now. I'm not trying to put a number on it, but I see like, and I've had these stints where I've gone like a couple months or like better part of a like half a year to not using weed, and I just find myself always happier just not doing it. Like every time I use it, I get this temporary happiness when the high peaks. Like like when you first smoke and that initial like 15 minutes you feel, you like it. But then now the weed is so fucking strong that you just feel like that for like an entire hour, and it's like you're in hell. At least for me, it feels like I'm in hell. Like you're just constantly stuck in thought loops, hungry, lethargic. You don't feel like doing anything. Like, if I wanted to watch a show and enjoy it, I wouldn't watch it while I'm high because then I know I wouldn't be able to enjoy it. And I've just realized that when I did use weed, it was just to cover up for how I was really feeling in the past. Like, you know, just traumas and family issues that I always turned away from, and I used things like video games to cover that shit up. I would play video games obsessively. I'd play video games obsessively. Then I got into smoking nicotine. Then I got into smoking weed. And then I got into alcohol all at the same time, around the same time. Alcohol I used, but it wasn't something I enjoyed. I smoked nicotine from here and there. It was nice, really. I do enjoy nicotine a lot, but it's not good for your cardiovascular health. And just being like addicted to a substance, I feel like now is just pretty lame. I'm not trying to do that again. I'm not trying to be I'm trying to be better, you know? I'm 24. I'm trying to be a better man. And I'm not saying like, "Oh yeah, if I'm being a better man by not by not using substances and that's me like make like proving to myself that I'm a better man." Like no, like the person that I am right now, I'm someone who enjoys his time reading. You know, I enjoy reading a lot currently. I love reading comic books. I'm currently reading the Invincible comic book series, and it's I'm starting to see that the show has its peaks that are a little bit better than the comic book, and but at the same time, it's still a story being told, and it feels a little bit rushed right now. But I hope it gets better towards like the midsection. Because like right now it feels like I'm just flying through everything. Maybe because like I watched the show first, and I mean season one of Invincible was pretty amazing. Like it's always like that. That's like the thing with anything American made. It's like first season's always a banger. Like first season you can always get anyone to watch it, you know, if it's like a good premise. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. But I enjoy reading. I enjoy watching good media, good animes, you know. I've been like reevaluating my relationship with video games. Like I did this like a few years back, like about 3 years ago, where I tried like going like monk mode and complete abstinence, which was the complete wrong way of doing things. Even though the sum of it was that I was happy, but I still went back to those things because I just wanted to see how I would do. And this was including like, you know, like I quit porn, I quit weed, I quit video games for like almost like 8 months, 8 months straight. 8 months straight, yeah. This was like 3 years ago. And I went all back to it. I went right back to it because I thought I had it under control. But the reality is it wasn't about the control of those things. It was I didn't realize that the habits that I do, like why do I do them? I'm trying to like think like what led me up to doing that. When I think about my past about playing video games, it really was just like it was introduced as something that was fun in the beginning, but when my parents started having issues with their marriage and just bad stuff that was happening in there, I use video games as a big crutch like to like a point of just like keeping my hands and my mind busy so that I wouldn't have to think about what was happening in my family. And and that ended up to me like I don't know, it just ended up with me just really digging deep into video games. Like I played sports when I was in middle school, but stupid shit happened with a girl and she was on my team at the time cuz like our soccer the girls soccer team was so small that they had to join the boys team. That was like one of the weirdest seasons I ever had. But yeah, that happened and I was I went out with one of the girls to a dance that was on my team and it was really fucking awkward and I made horrible decisions. Made bad decisions. I basically like in like chess terms like I just gave my queen up and opened up my king to get checkmated. It's like that's how nerdy I am. I don't know how else to explain it, but like I fumbled the bag hard. And that was like a catalyst for like my entire life, I think. Like that little fuck up where my best friend at the time, he basically like I fucked up with the girl at this little like after party and she ended up just cuddling with my best friend and I was just like that just that actually like gave me PTSD. Like I was like having like a panic attack. And like this happened to like a fucking 13-year-old me. After that, I shut myself in for the whole summer and I just played Counter Strike. And I got so deep into it that I like went playing competitive, even though like my source of competing came from such a horrible, horrible place, from like the bad stuff that happened in my family to like the bad stuff that happened in my like school life. I took all of that pain and I just put it into video games, and if I'm being honest, that was like horrible for me. Horrible. Like absolutely horrible. And this pain of like being rejected and not being like liked, it carried on to like everything I did, like the early discovery of porn. It just like when you're a kid, you don't even understand like that shit that you do. You know it's wrong, but you don't understand completely. And I was exposed to that when I was like 8, and I started like really looking at it in middle school, like 12 and up, and for the majority of my life up until like 22 basically. I'm 24 now, so up until like 22 I was like, or 21. I was 20 when I started trying to like really get my shit together. So for 8 years it was just like all that shit. And a lot of stuff flew by me. Like I'm talking like girls and opportunities to just be happy. And but if I'm being completely honest, all those opportunities that were given to me at a time when like I was not ready at all. Like if I had any of those girls that came to me, I would have fucked it up more ways than I ever could. I probably would be worse off if I really am truly thinking about it. Like I get angry at myself sometimes when I think about like all the girls I messed up with in college, and if I'm being real with myself, I was not ready. Like completely immature, not who I am today. Like I don't even know how girls even liked me back then. I was faking it hard, hard as fuck. I was faking it so hard. And it was just until like 20 years old, like 4 years ago, that I was able to like really like actually like start like realizing that porn is bad, you know? Like I knew inherently that it was bad. I just I just didn't really like get down to it. When I get down to it, it's always the same thing. It's like, mom and dad, they're not doing good together. Makes you feel sad. You want to hide and feel good. Video games got you covered, porn got you covered. Crazy that like an 8-year-old finds porn. I don't know. That's just terrible. But what else? Yeah, and then substances came in. They came in at a time when I was still confused, still traumatized, and it honestly just made everything worse. Like, I'll be honest, like I'll enjoy a beer now and then. I don't mind, you know, a light beer, a Mc, Michelob Ultra every now and then is pretty good. But like weed, I know I enjoy it too much. Like it just makes me feel some type of way. I can't even explain it, cuz like it's like good and bad at the same time, and like I just don't know. It's nothing productive comes from it though. I just know that. Like if I smoke that shit, I'm basically pressing an off switch on my life. I know that. I literally can't enjoy anything in the moment when like when I'm using weed. The way I'm enjoying life is just superficial. It's not real. Like if I'm outside taking a walk, why don't I just experience the walk itself? Why do I need to be high? If I'm eating food, why don't I just eat the ice cream or eat the hamburger and enjoy the taste of that, you know? Like I'm drinking this lemonade at like 1 a.m. It's fucking amazing. I don't need anything with it except the sugar that's in there, which is fire, you know? Um Nicotine, I don't know. Like I don't know how my dad was always addicted to like cigarettes and shit for so long, but for me, like I was using Zins, and that shit's way stronger than cigarettes, I'm pretty sure. Like 100% I'm sure. And I mean, what? To be honest, nicotine was like, it was hard to be honest, because like I was drinking and using that shit at the same time, and it felt amazing. To be honest, like getting a fucking like little buzz out of beer and then hit and then getting a zinni in, holy fuck, that's some shit. I shouldn't say that, but like it was nice. So, and it took me like taking like a 1 week trip to Vietnam basically. It was like a 5 day trip to Vietnam. I took a 5 day trip to Vietnam and eventually like I just took a 5 day trip to Vietnam, and then after New Year's I just didn't even think about nicotine. I haven't thought about nicotine since New Year's. So that's been about 6 months, which is, I mean, I don't want to say like I'm completely free, but like I basically am, because my environment doesn't allow me to even like be introduced to that in any recreational way. Like my one friend that I have, he's super autistic, but he's not like a he's not like this woman hating person who like is weird, but like he's on Discord and all that stuff, but he's like more of the friendly autistic guy, and like he's honestly, I'm really grateful to have him as a friend, cuz like we can talk about some crazy ass topics together, but he will never go like right wing on me, which is like low key I enjoy that, you know. He's a good guy. He really is a good guy. And he's an engineer too, so he's going to be doing some important shit later on in life. And he doesn't like he smokes weed, but he has never invited me over to do any of that shit. He's we like I've tried to hint to him like, hey, I want to do it, but he just uh, he either doesn't get it or he doesn't want me to come over to his house, which either way is fine to me, because the time that I enjoy with him, we're either like going out to a cafe or we're getting burgers, and it's honestly like I enjoy my time with him when I think about it. I really do. I And alcohol, it's like I was having some problems with alcohol for a little bit, because like school was getting a little bit too easy towards the end. I started drinking out a lot, but I've been really focused on my fitness. I guess that's another thing. Like I'm really trying to get like my fitness together to get my like body shape a little bit better. And I'm like 138 the last time I weighed myself, which before I used to like hate that cuz I'm just like I'm underweight. I don't weigh enough. I'm too small. I'm like 5'6" for anyone who wants to know. But yeah, I'm just like I'm cutting out alcohol. Like last drink I had was at like the Knicks game, and to be honest, like I didn't even enjoy it that much, cuz like god, everyone was like around me getting drinks and shit, and I was just like it's just not in my environment anymore, you know? I just don't go out to bars, and I just don't like talking to people like that. I just need my friend and my books and my fitness, my health, my family now, cuz now with my family it's getting better. And it's like that's the thing I wanted to get to. It's like after fixing what I could with my family, like I really needed that. Like I needed to fix what was happening here. And I feel like this like an intervention with my dad happened like I think like a couple months ago, and since that moment it's been like this is like the most complete my family's ever been. Like I get to like really just enjoy how complete this family is now. For me at least, you know. So like my identity right now pretty much is like I am I love reading. I like my health, I like my fitness, and I'm trying to be a good son and a good student. That's really all I can do. You know? Not be a dipshit. And I don't know. I just I guess like the overall summary of this is like if you really want to stop the things that are bad for you, that you know that are bad for you, that you can verbally say out loud, I know this is bad for me. And like it's like another thing too, gambling. I guess like gambling can be tied into this, but I wanted to talk about myself honestly. I think I'll do that, but I want to get this out first. You gotta first like change your environment. So anyone that wants to hit you up to smoke weed, cut them out. Wants to go drink casually every week, cut them out. Say no. People just randomly give you a Zin, say no. Cut them out. People who enable shit habits from you, cut them out. And the gambling. Gambling is like something I completely forgot. Like I was playing poker for a while. This like past like what 3 months? Yeah, these past 3 months I've just been playing poker heavily. It's like small stakes. Ran up a couple hundred, few hundred honestly. Um, I don't know. Whenever I play poker, it gives me that same feeling that it does when I'm grinding Counter Strike. Like I'm just distracting myself from something. And the only time I'm really happy is when I win. So I think the only way I can justify playing small stakes poker is that if this money that I put in was not mine. Because right now, all the money that I'm being given right now is through my family, and that's meant for college. So I should not be dishonoring that by fucking spending it on gambling. And I've already talked to this about myself. I've already talked to this with myself where it's easy to just put in $20 every time you lose out, and eventually that just adds up into something bigger. And I don't want that to happen with my parents' money because it's theirs and not mine. So I gotta respect that, you know. I gotta respect that. I don't know. That's it.